For decades, the 9mm has reigned supreme as the go-to round for self-defense, law enforcement, and survivalists alike. But in 2025, a growing number of serious preppers are walking away from the old standby, and for good reason. Concerns about penetration, stopping power, and oversaturation in the market have sparked a quiet revolution in ammo choice. From revolver rounds with brute force to high-speed cartridges that punch through armor, preppers are switching to calibers that offer more firepower, more flexibility, and more reliability when it counts. Here are the top rounds replacing 9mm in bug-out bags and gun safes across the country. Once hailed as the perfect balance of capacity, control, and capability, the 9mm is starting to lose its grip on the prepper community. As the world grows more uncertain, seasoned survivalists are questioning whether the 9mm really has what it takes when the stakes are life and death. From its limited stopping power against threats in body armor to concerns over ammo shortages in crisis situations, the cracks are starting to show. In 2025, more and more preppers are trading in their 9mm handguns for rounds that hit harder, penetrate deeper, and adapt better to off-grid survival. Whether it's the raw force of Magnum revolvers or the speed and punch of modern tactical cartridges, these are the rounds gaining ground where 9mm is falling short. For years, 9mm was the gold standard for preppers: cheap, available, and easy to shoot. But times have changed. In 2025, serious preppers are reevaluating everything, including their go-to handgun caliber. They're looking beyond convenience and focusing on raw performance, reliability under pressure, and adaptability in worst-case scenarios. Whether it's defense against hardened threats, wilderness survival, or long-term ammo storage, 9mm just isn't cutting it for many anymore. Instead, preppers are turning to harder-hitting, more versatile rounds that can deliver when 9mm falls short. Here's a look at the powerhouse calibers rising to the top and why they're earning a place in survival kits across the country. In the world of preparedness, compromise can be deadly, and more preppers are starting to see the 9mm as exactly that, a compromise. While it's long been praised for its low recoil, high capacity, and affordability, those benefits are starting to look like liabilities when the grid goes down and the threats get real. Preppers in 2025 aren't just stockpiling gear, they're rethinking it, and 9mm no longer makes the cut for many. From concerns about underwhelming stopping power to the need for cartridges that can do double duty in hunting and defense, a shift is happening fast. Here's why experienced preppers are ditching 9mm and the battle-proven survival-grade calibers they're choosing instead. The 9mm has had a long run trusted by civilians, law enforcement, and even militaries worldwide. But in 2025, the prepping community is waking up to its limitations. When supply chains break, threats wear armor, and every shot counts, many are realizing that 9mm just doesn't deliver the stopping power or versatility needed for true survival scenarios. Whether it's for defending the homestead, dropping game in the field, or penetrating barriers, preppers are turning to harder-hitting, more adaptable calibers. From revolver workhorses to rifle-inspired handgun rounds, these are the cartridges now filling bug-out bags, bunker shelves, and EDC holsters, and they're leaving 9mm behind. For decades, the 9mm cartridge has been championed for its balance of recoil, capacity, and price. But when the lights go out and every round counts, good enough simply isn't enough anymore. In 2025, a growing wave of survivalists and preparedness experts are abandoning the ubiquitous 9mm in favor of calibers that offer true stopping power, barrier-crushing performance, and multi-role versatility. These aren't your run-of-the-mill self-defense rounds. They're battle-tested, wilderness-proven cartridges that excel at everything from homestead defense to hunting and even barrier penetration when the situation demands it. In this new era of preparedness, ammo choice is no longer about convenience. It's about uncompromising reliability. Whether you're facing heavily armored threats, tracking game for sustenance, or simply need a round that functions flawlessly in adverse conditions, these go-to calibers deliver the extra edge that 9mm can't match. Gear up and discover the powerhouse round stepping into the spotlight and reshaping the way preppers arm themselves in an uncertain world. For years, the 9mm reigned as the undisputed king of self-defense and preparedness, but in 2025, that's rapidly changing. More and more preppers are stepping away from the once trusted round, citing concerns over its stopping power, effectiveness against modern threats, and limited performance in survival scenarios. When lives are on the line and resources are scarce, preppers want ammunition that hits harder, penetrates deeper, and performs reliably in any environment. From revolver classics with decades of real-world credibility to newer, high-velocity calibers designed for tactical edge and versatility, a shift is happening. This isn't just a trend, it's a strategic upgrade. Here's a look at the rounds preppers are turning to as they ditch the 9mm and double down on firepower that actually gets the job done. Once considered the ultimate all-purpose round, the 9mm is no longer the top choice for serious preppers. In 2025, the survival-minded are shifting away from convenience and capacity toward raw power, deeper penetration, and greater versatility. With rising concerns about civil unrest, hardened threats, and long-term grid failures, the limitations of 9mm have become impossible to ignore. Preppers want ammunition that won't just slow a threat, it'll stop it cold. They need calibers that can handle everything from self-defense and hunting to barrier penetration and reliability under pressure. The result? A growing movement away from 9mm and toward more capable, more trusted rounds. These are the calibers preppers are betting their lives on when it all hits the fan. The days of relying on 9mm as the go-to round for survival are fading fast. While it once offered a solid balance of recoil, capacity, and affordability, the realities of 2025 have pushed preppers to reassess what truly matters in a life-or-death scenario. In a world where threats are more unpredictable and resources harder to come by, good enough simply doesn't cut it anymore. Preparedness-minded individuals are now prioritizing firepower that delivers real-world results rounds that stop threats immediately, double as hunting ammo, and function flawlessly in rugged off-grid environments. From Magnum revolver cartridges to rifle-caliber pistols, the shift is on. Here's a look at the calibers preppers are turning to as they trade 9mm for firepower that actually matters.